Hi everybody, this is Lou and welcome to my kitchen, or this way. I have decided to do an episode, or at least start doing an episode of Cooking with Lou. So what we're going to do is cook a meal and talk about real estate. We're going to talk about different states and what their real estate laws are, and in order to get a real estate license, what you need to do to get a real estate license in that state. And we're also going to cover at least one crime committed in that state relating to real estate. So whether it was the real estate agent that was the criminal, or whether it was perpetrated against a real estate agent. So I get these meals, and they're not paying me to advertise this, but you know, maybe someday. I get these pre-prepped, or what's the fresh meals. I get 4 meals a week, and it's enough food to cook for 2. So what I'm going to do is invite somebody to come and eat with me, and in this case, or cook with me. In this case, my assistant Dinah is here with me today. So she is not going to be on camera because she doesn't want to be on camera, but we'll hear her talk about the different cases. All right, so we need to pick a meal.
I hope if we'd have done that first.
Yeah, I guess I should have done this first. All right, so it gives me 4 different choices, and it gives me all the ingredients and all the step-by-step instructions on how to cook the meal. So pretty much any dum-dum can do this. Let's see, we've got chicken and green bell pepper fajitas. That seems kind of too easy, doesn't it? Kung Pao beef bowls. That sounds kind of tasty. And let's see, crispy Caesar chicken. Not sure if I'm in the mood for chicken today. And then they gave me another Kung Pao, but spiced chickpea basmati bowls. I probably pronounced that wrong.
I have no idea.
Spiced chickpea basmati bowl. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's between the Kung Pao beef bowl or the spiced chickpea. Kung Pao beef?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I've got my lovely, am I out of the, oh, no, here we are. Got my lovely refrigerator here, and it comes in a nice box. And all I need to do is take out the ingredients that pertain to this meal. Usually I put it over here on my refrigerator so I can see what I need to get. Let's see, ground beef. And oh, my box of veggies. And sorry guys, I'm turning my
I turned on the lights on.
What, baby?
I turned on the lights on.
You turned all the lights on.
Yeah, but I can't see on the door.
Oh, okay. Do you need to go potty?
No.
Okay. You gonna sit here and help Grandma?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go get a chair. You can go get a chair and sit with Grandma, okay? I guess we're going to have a guest over here. Let me see. What else do I need? Jasmine rice. You're strong. Green pepper, just 1. Scallions. Let's see. Oh, looks like there's something that's spilled everywhere.
Grandma.
There's the scallions. What, baby? Chickpeas. You're so strong. Yeah, good job. All right, and let's see. Garlic, ginger. I always put the ginger down at the bottom. Yeah, something spilled everywhere. Let's see, where's the ginger? It's usually not. Oh, the panko breadcrumbs spilled everywhere. Oh man. Well, we'll have to get inventive for that meal. All right, let's find the ginger. Yeah.
Dad, can you get me down?
Get you down.
Where is the ginger?
Beautiful.
Uh-oh, they missed my ginger.
down?
Let's see, where is it at? Balsami rice. Peanuts. Oh, there's my ginger. All right, we're cooking. We're rocking it out now. Let's see. Ginger. Oh, and I do need my peanuts. What, baby? Okay. Okay, we'll put something else on. And sweet soy glaze. And each one of them has little names and stuff on it, so it's very easy to find what you need. So that says sweet soy glaze. Of course, it would help if it was a different color than the bag, because that's black. You can barely see the letters. All right, that's all the ingredients we need for our meal. All right, so the first thing it says to do is, in a small pot, combine the rice, 1/4 cups of water, and a pinch of salt. All right, so we're gonna make our jasmine rice real quick. And let's see, Dinah, we can start talking about, we're gonna do Arizona. We're starting from A's. We're just gonna make it simple. It's gonna be A for Arizona. And it looks like in order to get your real estate license in Arizona, what do you need to do? It was fun. I saw something funny on there. It said something about Arizona real estate license and then two other things that are like not even related to real estate. Like if you click on it, it says become a realtor. Licensees.
Licensing information.
Yeah, it says original real estate license. What does that say?
Okay, so qualifying for and obtaining an Arizona real estate license.
Or cemetery.
Original real estate, cemetery, and membership camping salespersons and brokers licenses are issued for a term of 2 years. License
Like,
renewal-
what does a real estate license have to do with being in a cemetery?
I guess.
You have to have a
the way
license
their
in order to.
properties are done different. That would be the only thing in my mind that could.
And then what was the
justify
other option on there? Like it gives you an option, the 3 different things on there.
There's out-of-state license recognition where you can apply for that.
Uh-huh. I know it doesn't call for it, but I like a little bit of oil in my rice.
Previously licensed in Arizona, individuals who have had a license in Arizona terminated status do not renew within 1 year of or who don't renew.
Oh, well, no, in order to get like initial, like what do you have to do in order to, yeah.
Pre-licensing education must
Yeah.
be completed in classroom or online from an ADRE approved Arizona real estate school.
Okay, yeah, and it probably gives you a list of the different things. The one thing that I noticed that was a little bit confusing, and I probably need to call the Arizona licensing division, but they had on there that they don't do what's called reciprocation with other states. Meaning, if you have a license in another
You
state,
can only hold it in one state? Or?
no, you can hold it in several states, but they don't have any reciprocation. Meaning, you can move there.
You have to
and
retake.
get a real estate license. You don't have to retake any of the classes as long as you have at least been a real estate licensee for a year in another state. And you can apply for their licensing. You want some cereal? You got chicken. You don't want your dinner anymore? You ready for dessert? Is that what it is? All right. How about if I give you some cereal? Here, have Dinah give you some cereal, okay? I don't have any ice cream today. Maybe. After Grandma cooks her dinner, okay? Okay. All right. So you can get your real estate license in Arizona if you've been a licensed agent in another state, a your real estate license active. But their main requirement is that you have to be a resident
Of the state.
of Arizona. So that means that you can't be, let's say, me. I
You
can't.
can't,
just go get
you
my
can't do
broker's-
a traveling salesman type thing.
Right. Which I don't know if I know a lot of brokers per se that have agencies in multiple states, and so they get their license in different states, and you don't really need to be a resident in some of these states. Like Oklahoma, I have my real estate license in Oklahoma, and don't have to be a resident of Oklahoma to have it. So that's one of the rules in Arizona, is that you must be a resident of Arizona in order to get your real estate license or your broker's license. So, does it say what their schooling is?
Like how long?
Yeah. Like what are the requirements?
Got to be at least 18 years of age when applying for the
Right.
license. Complete 90 hours of in-classroom or online real estate salesperson pre-licensing education.
Only 90 hours?
Only 90.
It's only 3 classes.
If applying as an out-of-state licensee, review their information there. Gotta
Yeah,
get.
but does it say that you have to retake that class?
I can sure see. Have to be in it. Resident.
I
Currently.
think you might still have to take the Arizona state
Yeah.
license.
Currently
test.
licensed in another state for at least a year, have completed approved real estate education in another state, passed a real estate license examination in another state, has not had a license or certificate revoked or voluntarily surrendered in any other state or country, and applicant has not had any discipline imposed by another regulating entity and has
Basically, you
no.
are a bad boy.
Yes, you've behaved the entire time.
All right, so now I need to dice bell peppers, scallions, and peel and chop the ginger, garlic, and peanuts. Okay. Never chopped peanuts before. All right, so what I do is I usually put all my little fixins in a separate bowl, or sometimes together, just really depends. So we got our scallion, because sometimes it requires that you cook it all together, sometimes it requires that you don't, or that you hold some aside. So I've just gotten into the habit of separating my foods. Alright, so now I've got my lovely scallions here. Nice and fresh. That's the one thing I like about this meal prep thing, is that you can eat a nice fresh meal. Can you hand me that garlic that's already open over there? One of those ones? Yeah, I'll just use this so we don't waste.
I know, we've got there's another whole one over here and another half of one.
Well, whenever they give you garlic, they don't just give you like 1 or 2
Yeah,
cloves, they give you the whole thing.
Which makes sense. Some people like more garlic to their food. It's how you keep the vampires away. Or attract the Italians. I mean, depends on how you look at it.
The immune system
It really is. Helps with your eyes too.
helps with your eyes.
Yeah, garlic is supposed to be good for your eyesight.
Maybe that's what's happening to my eyesight. Apparently I can see better now that I'm older.
Interesting. It's good for your heart. Garlic is really good for your heart. It's actually good for dogs as well.
Garlic?
Yes.
I don't know that any of my dogs would even want to eat that.
My dog is a little four-legged garbage disposal, so.
Oh, yeah.
The dude, he eats pickles. Like, what dog have you come across that eats pickles? I've had several that would just sit and eat pickles.
Yeah, my ex-husband's dog would just be like a garbage disposal. She'd eat anything.
My dad's dog, like that was about the only thing he wouldn't eat was pickles. But one of my dogs that I had that was the sister of his dog, I caught at about 7 o'clock in the morning with my nephew, who at the time was like 3 or 4, sitting in the living room floor, had Scooby-Doo turned on, and we're talking old 60s, 70s Scooby-Doo, and a jar of homemade pickles. And he would stab pickle slice, eat it, stab pickle slice, and give it to her. And they're just watching Scooby-Doo at the butt crack of dawn eating pickles.
Kind of gross.
I was like, okay, well, you're happy. I'm going to go make you some real food while you're entertained.
Yeah. All right, so basically that covers a lot of the information that we know about getting your license in the state of Arizona. What kind of court or crime did we find over there?
Okay, we've got one from back in 2013 regarding a Phoenix real estate agent, Tanya Marchiol. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not.
Marchiol?
That's
Tanya Marchiol.
yeah.
Okay, and that she was a real estate agent or she was a broker?
She was a real estate agent. She was one that kind of went from zero to hero, big stardom, represented athletes, celebrities. I mean, got them houses. Was
Wasn't she a
consulted on.
Wasn't she like in the sports?
I didn't see anything about
I think she
that.
was a soccer player or something.
She might have. I did see something about how she had gotten an injury when she was like 20, and it messed up her sports career she would have had.
Oh,
So
okay.
might have
that's
had
how she
something.
got-
That's
how
where she
knew
went.
all the sports people.
It's possible,
So she had.
but
that
she
was. Her
was.
sphere of influence.
She was good enough at her job that she was.
She went to
She was.
$1 million,
Yeah,
right?
but she was, consulted and talked to by multiple networks. Like they would feature her on their stuff for opinions on, the current market or certain cases going on, whatever. They had her, she was on CNN, CNBC, Fox, big major networks.
Oh wow.
So she had a big name.
And so what happened?
She was caught up in some very fun things. So she was sentenced in federal court for helping drug dealers buy a house and for failing to pay income tax on $241.4 million earned between 2008 and 2010.
Wow, that's just crazy pants. Wasn't there something that she said that she would sell houses to these drug dealers, or she would receive money, she would buy the house in her name? Read us a little bit about how she actually did this.
Let me see where I've got 3 different articles pulled up, and I'm trying to remember where I have what. Well, she.
Chopped up. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Well, she rose to stardom the height of an economic downturn, which in itself is astounding.
Yeah, wasn't it like in 2005 to 2009 or something like that?
Yeah.
Or 2013?
13's when she got sentenced.
Okay.
But where the charges and all amass is from 08 to 10.
So she was a rising star during the worst time in real estate in the last 20 something odd years, because 2008 and 2009
Were
when
ugly years.
Yeah, it was when the market was crashing in most of those metropolitan areas like Miami or Florida and California, Arizona.
Yeah.
A lot of those properties were going upside down.
Oh, she
And so
played.
What did she do? What else did she do? I mean, I know that there was a bunch of stuff that it said.
Okay, so we've got the IRS started their investigation, and
Because
she
even
had a
filed her tax
history of
return,
not
right?
filing tax returns going back to 1998. So from 2005 until 2011, authorities said that she had not filed income tax returns at all.
Wow.
Yeah. She was indicted in 2013 of charges of failing to pay income taxes and conspiring with drug dealers and traffickers to purchase a home and hide the source of income.
But there's a little bit of a story there.
Yeah, okay. Authorities said the traffickers gave her
There we go. Yeah,
$140,000 in cash to buy the house, which she deposited into a business account and
commingling funds.
and commingling with funds from professional athletes who were her clients. So not only was she burying herself in this, she was inadvertently but knowingly burying her clients. That's smart. That's just dirty. Ugh. Okay, Marshall signed a purchase agreement in the name of the business account and then leased the house to the traffickers. The deal fell apart when Arizona authorities attempted to seize the house as part of an asset forfeiture case.
Asset forfeiture for her or for the drug dealers?
It's got to be for the company because it was put under the business account. So if they gave her the cash, she put it in the account, business account to buy it. So it had to have been under her because the way it's looking, she was already under investigation about her taxes. So they'd have right to
Seize anything.
seize anything that would have had to do with her business.
Okay, so read some more.
In Maricopa County Superior Court documents, Marcia claimed that she was the owner of the property and served as landlord to the traffickers who leased the property from her. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, so we're just almost done chopping everything up. All right, so it says to heat a pan with a little drizzle of oil. Green peppers. Maybe what we need to do is have all this stuff like prepped before we start.
Yeah.
That way it's just cook and done.
Cook and chat.
Yep. All right, it says to let that cook, and it wants me to chop these up. These are my peanuts. So I guess if you're allergic to peanuts, you might not want this meal.
Yeah, but can't you on that side, you can tell it if you've got food allergies, so it'll mix those kind of recipes.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure most of them do.
maybe.
I mean, pretty sure they have to legally.
Well, they'll at least disclose it.
Yeah.
And you get to choose the meal that you want. So if if they select a meal that you can't eat, you just take it off the list. What, baby? You want what? Okay. There's a little poppy down there, which is a little wet. So to put salt and pepper. I like my kosher salt. And my pepper. Cook, stirring softly, add scallions, ginger, and garlic until fragrant. And then add beef to the pan with the veggie mixture with more salt and pepper. And then we put in the sweet soy glaze and a teaspoon of butter.
So,
What
Marshall's
else did she do?
her foray into criminal conduct was neither sudden nor surprising, prosecutors said. They told the court she had engaged in multiple fraud schemes connected to her real estate business, although no charges had been filed over the alleged crimes. She had uninterrupted instances of criminal conduct that started in 1997, including failure to pay taxes, investment fraud, loan origination fraud, a felony conviction for theft, money laundering, structuring financial transactions, and a recently discovered fraudulent property investment scheme.
Yeah, tell me about the property investment scheme.
That one I will.
That chair was very convenient. Thanks, Ethel.
Let's see if it will tell me about her. Ooh. Was also accused of illegally selling securities without a license to investors for a video game production called Stargate. Took investor money, deposited into her own accounts, and used it to pay her living expenses.
Oh my goodness. Wasn't there another one where she used some money that she got from somebody to improve her house?
Aha.
No, it doesn't say anything about
It might have.
home
Let me
improvements.
see. She said that duped investors in an ongoing property investment scheme. That was one of the last things they found out in 2013 about her activities. She solicited a number of investors to purchase 3 houses in metropolitan Phoenix
Yeah.
to fix and flip the properties.
Yeah, there we go.
Prosecutors told the court instead, Marshall diverted the money to fund a remodel of her own house, among other unrelated construction expenses. Prosecutors said that she misrepresented the status of the remodel to the investors by telling them the project was nearly completed. Delays were caused by Scottsdale's failure to provide permits and that the contractor had run out of the money.
You know, at some point, you really get to the point where, the scallion whites, they want you to divide everything up, like the scallion whites. Because I guess the
Greens are for decoration.
greens are for decoration. You get to a point in real estate, though. I mean, she wasn't paying any of her taxes, so she didn't really have. She had extra money. I just don't.
Why was she having to scheme them for her crap if she wasn't paying her taxes?
Right. What was she spending her money on? I mean, I know that you can spend some money on some stupid shit, but I mean, at some point.
I could guess, cars she didn't need and Botox, but it doesn't mean I'm right. Just saying, like, the pictures I've seen, the woman has, she's over 40 and she looks like she's 22.
That is
like,
true. That is
so that's why I'm kind of guessing there might be some specialty doctors going on in her life. So she ended up trying to dump the failed investment into the investors' hands with a proposed settlement agreement.
So she was trying to settle with the investors?
Yeah.
But that doesn't have anything to do with the crime, with the criminal portion of it. Right?
I guess a lot of this was all tied into what it's looking like is they used everything they could find to tie in with what they ultimately convicted her of, which was her failure to pay taxes, was the only thing they could 100% stick her with.
Right.
But they found everything they could so that they could get her for something because she had done that much.
Yeah. Well, at some point it just becomes like, just they're just throwing more shit at her just to get her to be convicted. They want to convict her of something, but she just keeps on doing more and more crap.
I mean, she buried herself with this.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for her.
I don't. It's not like where there are plenty of cases in the U.S. where the cops and the legal system literally did find the most obscure things to bury somebody with. Let me find some, let me unhitch this, juvenile record where you stole a piece of gum, to try and get you convicted at 35.
Right.
But,
Just the tax evasion alone would be enough to probably put her in jail for a very long time. Which,
I mean, that's how they got OJ.
well, yeah, but she only went to prison for 4 years, right?
It's typically a 9-year sentence, and they managed to wiggle hers down to 4 out of those 9.
Wow. So basically she's out, but you can't have a felony
No.
conviction and be a real estate agent. So
No.
she's never going to be a realtor again.
They revoked all of her I saw something earlier. Everybody she was affiliated with, all the other companies, the investors, anybody that mattered really, or that had any kind of standing anywhere, the moment she was indicted,
They dropped her like hotcakes.
oh yeah. There was one company, and it didn't say who it was, but they actually were kind of like the last man to the party and didn't find out until what happened?
Battery exhausted. Totally forgot about that. Yeah. So now I'm adding. What else do I need to add on here? Oh, butter. And then we plate. So basically, let's wrap up with our little friend Tanya.
Mm-hmm.
She got out. She wrote a newspaper. She wrote an article.
She did. She ended up writing an article, but upon her release, the judge told her at her hearing that she was not allowed to leave the state of Arizona, couldn't make purchases over $500, won't be allowed to work as a real estate agent, must adhere to a curfew,
Oh, so she's basically on parole.
and will be under GPS monitoring. In other words, this woman has a real fancy leg bracelet now.
For how long?
That it does not say how long she's going to be monitored, but
So her life is not fun. All right, y'all. Real estate agents. Other people that want to get your real estate license, crime don't pay.
no, it does not.
It might for a little bit, but eventually it does catch up with you.
It always will, some way or another.
I'm gonna fluff this rice. Use this to fluff the rice. You want some?
Sure.
A little bit or?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. All right. So that is our meal of. What was it called again?
Kung Pao beef?
Kung Pao beef. It looks pretty good, actually. It's a little greasy for my taste, so I think I'm gonna drain all the oil out of here before I save myself.
Some tummy problems later?
Yep. Alright, and then we put the greens on it. You want some peanuts or no?
A little bit.
thank you guys for hanging out with us, and catch us on the next time.